This is a video about economic control, comparing the economic control by the Soviets and the Nazis. And I'm going to look at the page on 3 and take some notes with you so you can follow along and have it make sense. Okay, so here we go. So take a look down here. And let's see. The USSR on this side and the Nazis, the communists and the Nazis, both had economic control by the state. And the Soviets had collectivization of agriculture and 5-year plans, while the Nazis forced the military or forced the economy to be controlled by the military, the subordination of the economy to military needs. Collectivization of agriculture, remember, like a good neighbor, Stalin is there. He made state farms. And so Stalin forced people onto his state farms by collectivizing agriculture. And this caused massive deaths, between 5 to 10 million deaths in the Ukraine. And if you see that preview of the film Bitter Harvest, that goes over that, and that's economic control, controlling the agriculture. And remember, after controlling the agriculture, what's in their diet, then Stalin starts working out. He wants to get big and strong so he can take over the land that was taken away from him in World War I. And these 5-year plans are massive industrialization. Massive industrialization. And if you look at the pages of the packet, you'll find that that it has to do with coal and oil and steel. This is all heavy industries that Stalin is making. And it comes at the expense of not making consumer goods. Think of Sasha's apartment. They hardly have housing for people. They do, but it's not good housing. They also hardly have food or clothes. All of the energy is going into coal, oil, and steel. And this is all because they are preparing for war. Preparing for war. If you think of those 5-year plans, remember, we did not have a large agricultural machinery. Now we have one. And how did they make all of this? If you look on this page, that's page 13. They use slave labor. And so the agricultural or the economic control helps to create slave labor in places called gulags, Gulags. Those are large prison camps. Okay? And so that's how the Soviet Union had economic control, which prepared for war and also used slave labor. Similarly, the Nazis used slave labor of people in concentration camps. Their economy was on war footing. That means it was prepared for war. And so look on page 19 of the packet. Let's see, where do we go? Past the Nazi propaganda, which you can use as evidence for ideology. But here, it's on page 23. And so on page 23 of the packet, it says the Nazis quickly took command of the economy. New laws banned strikes, dissolved unions, and while many Germans went to work, they did not have workers' rights. And they were also constructing the military. And so the subordination of the economy to military needs. There was also no unions and no strikes. And they were preparing for war. And even though there's low unemployment and lots of people are working, like we see with Hans in that video, this preparation for war is going to lead to massive death. And so these are ways in which both of these, both the communists and the fascists, controlled the economy. All right, I hope that helps with your understanding this paragraph about the economy, and I'll give you one more video tomorrow of how to look at your paper and how to edit it and and also one about human rights abuses. All right, bye-bye.